everybody, Claire here, and today I am making what I think is everybody's favorite breakfast carbohydrate, French toast. And what I love about this recipe is that it's actually make ahead, which French toast usually you're sort of laboring over a griddle, having to dunk it and then fry it up. But what I like about this is you can soak it the night before and then just pop it in the oven the morning of. So this is a really sneaky, easy thing to do. And I know it looks like there's like a zillion bowls here, but I promise this recipe is actually super duper simple. So to start, I have my bread. So I have about 1.5 loaves of challah, but you don't have to use challah. You can use brioche, you can use Hawaiian bread, basically any kind of eggy bread. That's sort of what you want to use. I cut them about 1 inch thick. And the key here is that you want the bread to be stale. If you don't have stale bread, just lightly toast it so it'll be dried out and it'll soak everything up really well. I then have 6 eggs, 2 cups of milk, 1/3 cup of cream, and that's the base of my custard for what I'm dunking. I then have a 1/4 cup brown sugar, 1/4 cup white sugar, and then, of course, to make my syrup, because, I mean, you have to have syrup with French toast, I have 2 cups of quartered strawberries. I have 3/4 of a cup of maple syrup, and I have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I have a little bit of nutmeg, some vanilla extract, about a 1/4 cup of chopped pistachios that I'm sprinkling throughout. And then I'm gonna make my pistachio streusel. It's gonna be so delicious. All right, well, that's all I have out here, so let's get started. So first things first, I am going to make my syrup. So to make that, I'm just gonna combine 2 cups of my quartered strawberries, 3/4 cup of maple syrup, and then this is a key ingredient, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. This keeps the strawberries nice and red, so you definitely wanna add it. Boom. So I don't want the strawberries completely broken down, but I definitely want them to, release their juices and create a really delicious syrup. So that's gonna take probably about 10 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm gonna get started on making sort of the base custard as well as the streusel. So I'm first going to whisk together the eggs. And you want this to be a custard, so not scrambled eggs. So you want it to have a really nice consistent coloration to it. So now I'm going to add my milk. Next, I'm going to add my 1/3 cup of cream. And then my fun flavors, so like a large pinch of nutmeg and a little bit of vanilla. I'm gonna add my 1/4 cup brown sugar, 1/4 cup white sugar, and of course, nice fat pinch of salt. So this is almost done, but while it's finishing up, I'm gonna get started on the streusel. So I am making it in my food processor. Honestly though, you can just use your hands if you'd rather, but I'm feeling particularly lazy this morning, so definitely gonna be using a food processor. For this, I'm gonna have a 1/2 cup of pistachios. You do not need to chop them up. It's totally fine as long as they're shelled. Please shell your pistachios, otherwise it'll be very unpleasant for your guests. But shelled pistachios, just a 1/2 cup. Next, I'm going to add my 1/2 cup of flour, a 1/4 cup of white sugar, and then 2 ounces of cold butter that I cut up. You want it cold because it just makes it a lot easier to mix it together. It stays more kind of compact instead of spreading. All right, and now I'm just going to basically blitz this until it gets very nice and crumbly. All right, so now is the time to put it all together. I have my oven at 350. I have my stale bread ready to go. So you're gonna dunk it in the custard like this, and then lay it in. And because bread can be kind of irregularly shaped, I like overlaying it, like overlapping it. It leaves a lot of nooks and crannies to put the extra strawberries and awesome flavors. Plus, it covers the entire space. So the bread is laid out, soaked up. It looks great. So I'm gonna just pour the remainder of this on top, because it's almost gonna be like bread pudding. It's just gonna bake up together, and the batter gives it an amazing flavor. So now I'm just gonna put the last few things on top. So first is those chopped pistachios. So I'm just kind of letting it get in there. And you can switch this out. If you don't like pistachios, you can do almonds, you can do pecans, go crazy. And then I'm gonna take the strawberries, I'm straining them out, so the syrup is gonna remain, and I'm gonna use the syrup to pour on top. The strawberries, I'm just sort of spreading them all over. All right, and the finishing touch, the pistachio streusel. And with the streusel, you can use as much or as little as you like. I'm probably using about half this recipe, but if you really want that crunch, use the full recipe to cover the entire thing. All right, well, this is gonna go in the oven, 350 for about 25 minutes. You basically want it all to puff up and for the egg mixture to be completely cooked through. Oh, it smells so good. The French toast is out of the oven, so I am going to help myself to a slice. All right, and the syrup has to happen. I'm so excited about this. All right, I gotta dig in. This looks so delicious. This is just so good. What I love about it is the strawberry and pistachio are just the perfect combination of flavors. They're so delicious. And the strawberry syrup actually tastes like strawberry syrup. It's so delicious. Oh my goodness. And the cool thing too is that you could do this with kind of any flavor combination you like. You could do it with pumpkin, add pumpkin to the custard and then do pumpkin spices to it. You could do like a pecan maple. You could do kind of any other fruit you like. So please comment below what flavor combinations you're gonna do. And if you like the video, please like it. Love to see those likes. And for more recipes like this one, make sure to check out my blog, thekitschykitchen.com. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be eating carbohydrates.